Nearly 10 million people have watched this video. The title says Brooklyn, and almost everyone who clicks it pictures New York. It isn't. This is Brooklyn, Ohio, a city of about 11,000 people on the southwest edge of Cleveland, roughly 400 miles from the borough most viewers think they're watching. It's a small correction, but it reframes everything. This is a small suburban department in Cuyahoga County, not a big city force. We're going to go through this twice. Once for what happens, and once for the 2 seconds that decide what this driver is actually charged with. February 24th, 2017, just after 2 in the afternoon. Officers stop a van they believe was involved in a theft. Notice what the officer is asking about. Not the driving, not the registration, a retail theft from the week before. That matters because it tells you what kind of stop this is. The officer already had a reason to be looking for this vehicle before it ever moved. And it means the driver knows from the very first sentence that this is not a ticket he can talk his way out of. Now count the orders. Step out of the car. Jump out of the car for me. I want you out of the car. 4 separate commands in about 10 seconds. That repetition is not frustration. It's an officer building a record. Each refusal is a separate fact a prosecutor can put in front of a jury later. And every one of those orders was lawful. In 1977, in Pennsylvania versus Mimms, the Supreme Court held that an officer may order a driver out of a lawfully stopped vehicle as a routine matter. No extra suspicion required. The court called the added intrusion on the driver de minimis, legally trivial, weighed against an officer's interest in not standing exposed at a car window. So by the time the officer reaches in, the driver has refused 4 commands he was legally required to obey. Watch the officer's hand.
Stop right here. The officer is at the driver's door, reaching into the van. About a second after this frame, the van accelerates away. And this is where the case changes. Everything up to this point is refusal. That's a misdemeanor or a 4th-degree felony once he drives off. The instant that van moves with an officer attached to it, Ohio law stops treating it as a vehicle and starts treating it as a deadly weapon.
He's dragged, and he goes down on the pavement. 2 Brooklyn officers were injured here. Both were treated at Metro Health Medical Center, released, and returned to duty. Here is the statute doing the work. Ohio Revised Code, Section 2903.11. Felonious assault. Ordinarily, that is a felony of the 2nd degree, but the section carries an enhancement. If the victim is a peace officer, felonious assault becomes a felony of the 1st degree. A 1st-degree felony in Ohio at that time carried a prison range of 3 to 11 years. In the structure of the Ohio Code, that sits 1 tier below murder. The fleeing is charged separately under Section 2921.331. Failure to comply with the order or signal of a police officer. At base level, that's a 4th-degree felony. It climbs to a 3rd-degree felony if the trier of fact finds the driving caused a substantial risk of serious physical harm to persons or property. And that section carries a consequence most people never think about. On a felony conviction under it, the court is barred from granting limited driving privileges. No work permit. No exceptions. There's a reason the law is written this hard. Under the FBI's own line of duty data, motor vehicles are the leading cause of accidental officer deaths, ahead of every other category. What follows is the part of this video that gets rewatched. It is also the part with the least legal significance. The charges were locked and back at that door. This is a commercial strip on a clear weekday afternoon. Traffic is light. It is not empty. Pursuit is the decision American police agencies second-guess more than almost any other because the risk lands on people who never chose to be part of it. And then it ends. Watch the arrival closely, because the description attached to this upload does not match what the camera shows. That description says the officer rams his cruiser into the suspect's van. On this camera, the van is already lying on its side before the cruiser reaches the intersection. Contemporaneous reporting from Cleveland newsrooms says the same thing, that he crashed and flipped the vehicle. It's a small thing to correct, but it describes a use of force this footage does not show, and nearly 10 million people have read it.
Second stop. Look at the van. It's down on its side, in the middle of an intersection, and the driver is still inside it. That one fact explains everything you are about to watch. On a vehicle lying on its side, the doors are useless. One is pinned against the pavement, and the other is straight overhead. The windshield is the door now. That is why the next several minutes are officers working on glass.
It takes a long time. From the first officer reaching the van to the driver being on the ground is more than 2 minutes of continuous recording. And listen to what several of them are asking while they work. Whether the people in the other vehicle involved in the crash are okay. That is a detail worth sitting with. In the middle of a felony extraction, a real share of the radio traffic is about civilians nobody has checked on yet. The driver is bleeding when they reach him. He was transported to Metro Health for treatment, the same hospital as the officers he had injured. So what actually happened to him? This is the part that almost never gets attached to the video. The driver was 34-year-old Thomas LaForce of Brook Park, Ohio. He pleaded guilty: felonious assault on a peace officer, failure to comply, and criminal damaging or endangering. On May 31st, 2017, Judge Holly Gallagher sentenced him to 5 years in prison and suspended his driver's license for 10 years. 5 years on a first-degree felony that could have carried 11. That is a plea agreement working the way plea agreements work. Certainty traded for exposure. The overwhelming majority of felony convictions in the United States are resolved exactly like this one, by plea, not by trial. The whole case turned on about 2 seconds, an arm inside a door frame, and a foot going down on an accelerator. Everything after that, the pursuit, the crash, the windshield, the 5 years, all of it was already determined by then. Body-worn camera footage from the Brooklyn, Ohio Police Department, a public record obtained through the Police Activity Channel. The commentary, research, and analysis in this video are our own.